Well, Jim, what pleased you most today about your biggest win of the season so far?
Just a defensive display. I know it's strange, but the platform today was just the immense mentality to make sure that we were competitive throughout. And the only thing I had to talk about at half time was just the way that we were defending and how important Lewis was to that structure. So I'm delighted for him that he got man of the match. It's strange in a game where you win 3-0 that your holding midfielder gets the thing, but it was a Football League performance from him today.
I saw you applaud that decision. What was so good about his performance this afternoon?
Well, I felt when I looked across the pitch that we looked physically really good. The lads that did the warm-up said that that was the best warm-up we've seen. I think physically all the players looked in great shape, but he was everywhere. He was immense in terms of screening. We had a little bit of problem with Hobson playing between the lines and being a fulcrum for them with Miller up top. I don't know what happened. They took Hobson off, so it was a little bit more tactically different for Lewis, but he was screening, he was protecting, but he was also then picking up balls, driving forward and giving the ball to the other players to go and make things happen. So a complete performance from him. It
was 1-0 for a long time. Were you worried that you weren't going to be able to break them down and get the result that perhaps you really deserved?
Yeah, you're always worried because, like you said, not to say that we were really deserving of a second goal. We huffed and puffed and we had set plays and we never really turned the screw on them. But Josh gave away a foul and then Rossi's given away a foul and then all of a sudden the ball's in the box, but Clarkey and the boys were clearing things out. So that side of it, when you give away opportunities for them to put the ball in your box is always a danger. They could get a goal out of nothing, and then that would have given them some great life. But I'm delighted with the way that we stepped it up again and really finished the game in great style, and it was great because such a good crowd and such a good atmosphere. It was great to send our fans home buzzing and the players home buzzing.
Can I ask about another individual today, in Jimmy Ball? You preferred him to John Marsden this afternoon for this game, and one or two raised eyebrows amongst the supporters, and Jimmy of course vindicates the decision with 1 assist, 1 goal and a textbook performance. Tell us why you made that change and why he was so good today.
I think in the previous games when we played Marine, we were asking Kane and Danny to play a little bit closer. Second half, we're not got the right balance between who supports behind Kay or in front of Kay from the last game. And I think last game I asked for Kane and Danny to be a little bit more aggressive, get right up alongside Kay, and I asked John Marsden to play a little bit more as an attacking midfielder, stroke 10 with Gary Stopford. And I preferred Jimmy today just to play a little bit more in front of Lewis and a little bit behind the front three. And we wanted to get Kane in behind and Danny loose, but Jimmy's in a great position to do what I think Jimmy's got. He's got a tremendous pass. We've seen that at Tamworth, and once we got him on the ball there, that was it was a great assist for Danny. Because it sent him free. But yeah, the second goal was brilliant. Rossi's done fantastic. We've been on to the players all the last couple of months about quality crosses and what a ball in, and Jim's done brilliant because not only has he got up, but he's controlled that ball into the top corner, and a great way for him to finish his contribution to the game.
You mentioned the cross. It is a difficult skill. That cross on the run like that is really tough, isn't it?
Yeah, well, we do a little bit of work in training, and one of the problems is that players sort of want to see somebody to hit and take their eye off the ball. I think in situations like that, all you've got to do is concentrate on the ball, make sure your technique's good, use the marking to the pitch to give you a guide of where the ball should go.
Area.
And all we say is just put it along the 6-yard line, in between crossbar height and between the posts, and it gives people a chance. We've seen that last week with Kay's goal, and we've seen it today with Jimmy Ball, because we've been saying about Kay and Josh pulling away so they can attack between centre halves, and we've been asking the 10s to attack the near post. So it's nice to feel that's come off the training ground, a little bit of and what's really important for me is that when players see it working, they then realise that what we're doing in training is paying off.
Speaking of training, what do you do now? Because you've got this sort of extended break before the Boxing Day game. How many sessions do you fit in? What do you do with the players?
Well, I said in my programme notes about how we're not we're not. It was a great performance today, and the result was a great result. But I still think there's areas we need to tidy up. And what people don't realise, as I mentioned in my programme, our normal training ground, which has a lot more room and a lot more scope to do things, it has not been available to us for 2 weeks. So we had 1 week, one Thursday where we had no training, and we've had to be a little nomadic this week, and we haven't really had the facilities to be able to do any proper work. So. We're grateful to Aquinas to give us the opportunity over the next 2 weeks to do some work on a full pitch. So that's great, because I keep saying to lads we need to work on corners, and everybody's saying it, but we have a five-a-side pitch on Thursday night. Yeah. So no, great credit to the staff. We've got the players physically good. They're organised, they're disciplined, the players are really responding. We're going to give them a little bit of a break and move now in the next 2 weeks to Wednesday and Friday training rather than Tuesday, Thursday. And that's purely because the games are after the Saturday. And I think they've got the Christmas do planned over this weekend, so they're going a little bit of an offload now for Sunday, Monday, and then we'll step up training Wednesday and Friday in preparation for Harrogate, and then Wednesday, Friday before Harrogate again. So, but I think the way they work in training, the way that they apply themselves in matches, that we can afford to have that little bit of an offload, and it's great as well to get the likes of Max Cartwright out playing for a team, and Ryan Ellison out playing for a team. So, we're getting players stronger all the time. So. Good balance to the squad, and it's exciting when you think where we're positioned at the moment with the results going for us today, that we're in a position now to, over the next couple of games to really close that gap and put ourselves in a position where hopefully January's a massive month in terms of playing Brackley, Halifax, Darlington, all the teams that are there or thereabouts, Kidderminster. So then we'll see the real measure of this team. Yeah, something to really look forward to. But I mean, just reflecting on what you've achieved in this last month, I mean, it's 4 wins in a row now. You're up to 7th, only 3 points adrift of the playoffs. Are we going to get that manager of the month at last, are we? Well, I don't know. Did he do manager of the month for this level? No, lads, I mean, we've had 3 clean sheets as well. Yeah. We've put in the sort of performances. I've asked the lads to be more ruthless in games, and I think Jon Marsden's scoring a second goal and the second and third goal today. So the little bits that we're constantly asking the players. So any manager who gets manager month is only really a reflection of how everybody's doing. So it's great if I get that award, but again, I remember we got 9 wins in a row, 9 clean sheets. I still didn't get manager of the month because somebody played one more game and got a draw. So like I said, it's what we were looking at statistically is that we had a really good second 7 and picked up points. It was really important after a little bit of a poor run round the Woking game of only getting 5 and 5. But the lads have had back-to-back wins now to get 11 and that's 7. So we've got a situation where we've got 35. We were at least aiming for 72 this season. We've halfway 35. If we do the same again, we'll be in touching distance like we are at the moment. And it's just important now for us just to turn that odd defeat into a win over the course of the second half of the season, and we'll be right in the mix. And with a couple of teams faltering and the way the fixtures are over this Christmas period with the likes of Halifax playing Darlington, Chorley filed, we could put ourselves in a real position where we are right in the mix, and that'd be great credit to the players. And when we started off with this squad at the start of the season, we did have things to iron out. It was work in progress. It's still a work in progress, but now we are hopefully fine-tuning aspects of our game that will really make us competitive against the top 6.
Just finally, yourself and Hazel and the kids, you're going to have some time with them this Christmas?
Yeah, because the 2 other jobs have shut down now. So yeah, it's been. I mean, Hazel's been fantastic because, like every wife, she has to mind the kids all the time, do all the running around, and I've had to commit so much energy to all the jobs. Christmas is a great time of the year, and it's like today when people might have found me in the car park at 2:30. I was dropping off clothes for Wellspring. There's people less fortunate, so I've got a great life, and I'm really pleased and delighted I have that. And it's like the concert tomorrow, the Carol at 3 o'clock at Edgeley Park in aid of Wellspring. There is people less fortunate, but I'm delighted for our players and everybody involved, not just in our club but within our community, that are going away now with a nice Christmas present of a fantastic win.
See you there tomorrow. Have a great Christmas.
You too. Thanks very much.